I love breathing. Oh my goodness. Crazy lady. That breath, just that mindful breath. And it is the exhale. I don't know, I love the inhale, but there's something about the exhale. I'm not sure. Oh, that's why I didn't think my mic was working. It's not my mic, it was my headphones. I don't know if they're both working. Soz, professional on site here, people. Where am I at? Oh my goodness. I have been on a journey within. I went on a journey yesterday. I went within, and it brought up so much and so many questions, and I was asking for help. I just kept saying, I need help. Help, help, help me. Obviously, I'm talking to, I'm just asking for help. Sometimes I feel so sure. Sometimes I feel so certain that I'm on the path. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm getting there. I am there. Always say it as present tense because our words are creating our experience. And then yesterday, I felt like I don't got it. I'm not doing it. I'm pushing a log up a hill. I'm swimming upstream. Well, that was the feeling in the moment. And I didn't know if I could go on. I'm like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. And one thought that kept coming to me is, what if I can't look after myself? What if I can't keep doing this? What if I can't survive? But yeah, then in saying that, I'm almost 51 in not that long. So I've managed to survive thus far. So what makes me think that I can't survive? And that's really interesting. Like, what is this thought? And I don't think I'm the only one that goes, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I can keep going. What if I can't keep working? What if I can't turn up? What if I can't get money coming in so I can eat and have a home and pay my way, fuel in the car, pay for my license, pay the bills? And you know, the thing is though, and this is something I've thought before, just as I'm tangenting off, we are the only creature on the planet that actually has to pay to exist. Pay money. Pay money to who though? Who are we exactly paying money to? And it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right because there are many who are struggling. Like, there's a lot of us. What do we got, like almost 9 billion now? So there's a lot of us, and the fact that everything's tied to money and everything's tied to a job, and if you can't find a job or you can't do a job or you struggle, I think a lot of people are struggling to fit into this system that we've set up, because innately we all know it's crazy. Innately we know what is going on with this monetary system where if you don't have money you will die. And holy shit, money is not alive. I just said that recently. Money is not alive, but we are alive. And yet we allow others to fall down the cracks because they're struggling in a system that's insane, that puts something that has no breath, something that has no real value as one of the most valuable things on the planet. And look at all the movies we make about people risking their lives for money. And I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that that is what we came here to do. And I have said this so many times, like not just here, and I've thought it so many times when I really pause and reflect on life. I go, I don't think I came here just to make a buck, just to build up a bank balance. And I understand that in a way it symbolizes security. So as our inner is reflecting on the outside, if our bank balance isn't sitting at a reasonable number, if we don't have money to actually buy what we need, what that is telling us is that on the inside we don't feel secure, we don't feel cared for, we don't feel supported. So, okay, that's interesting. And I know that, but I'm just really connecting why we have that so prolifically in our world, that we have so many people struggling with money, is because so many people don't feel supported by the system. So, if that's the case, let's just change the system. And let's take away the word system and maybe put something, I don't know, something more like service in. Because I think being of service is really important. Taking care of yourself though, making sure you're looking after yourself at the foundation so that you can help others and be of service for the greater picture of what we're creating here as our society, as our world. And all you have to do is look at what is and go, okay, we still got wars going on, and the actual wars are originating from our apparent leaders of countries, heads of states. That ain't right. We've got an abundance of food, but little nutrition. Like there's so much food everywhere. Boxes and cans and all sorts. But it's like we've sucked the life out of the food. It's like there's so much food, but nothing in it. And there's something about our bodies, right? Now this is important to know if you have a problem with your weight, like if you've got too much weight on, is that your brain, if you're not getting nutrition, your brain will keep signaling that you're hungry, even if you're eating cream buns and chips and lots of bread, stuff that fills you up but doesn't have nutrition. You're going to keep getting the signal to eat because your body is calling out it's starved of nutrition. So that's really important to know. So if you want to lose weight, make sure your food is highly nutritious, and then you won't need as much, and therefore obviously you won't hang on to stuff. And also something else I read about years ago was that if your body, I've really segued here, so soz, but obviously it must be part of it, that your body, if it doesn't know what something is, so if it has something come in and it knows, oh, this has got vitamin B or this has got that, it knows where to put it, where to head direct it. Okay, this part of my body needs this part of my body needs that. But if it doesn't know what it is, it's like, what is this? Chemical 1296495. Color 33456. What is this? I don't even know what this is. So if your body doesn't know what it is, it will store it just in case. So a lot of people are walking around with a lot of storage because the body doesn't know what to do with it. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, it's a raven. Did you see that? Did you see that? I feel very connected to birds, specifically ravens and eagles, and the black cockatoos. I'm waiting for them to give me a feather, but I don't really want it to lose the feather. Maybe if it's come off naturally, if it's like shedding time, I don't want them to pluck one for me. Anyway, distraction. And another thing, so I don't know why I'm going this way, but I'm just going to honour whatever's coming in. I've had 4 children, big gaps in between. So in between the year 2000 and 2019, I've had 4 children with a minimum gap of like 5 years. So I don't really know what it's like to have kids close together. I've always had the gaps. Okay, where am I going? But I found, so after my first 2, I got my body back. You know, I've always been not skinny, just fit and slim is probably the word, slim and fit in my life. But especially after my last term, maybe because it was older, because I was 37 when I had my daughter, and then almost 44 when I had my youngest, who's 7 now. And this weight was on me. And I just, no matter what I did, I was still eating healthy, I was active. It just hung on to my body and it really kind of depressed me. I felt heavy. I just felt so heavy. I felt dense. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I felt unattractive as well. I felt like I wanted to hide, and so it was stuck. I felt stuck. This is when I went into my all-in with meditating, with connecting, with believing in the more to life. And I dove in headfirst at a certain point, once I got over my fear of hanging on to the edge of the cliff, not wanting to let go because I didn't know what was out there. But I did, and I trusted, and I've been in trust since. But what seemed to happen once I really realized I had to let go of a lot of emotional baggage, of a lot of attachments, and a lot of attachments from other people too. And something happened. It was over about 6 weeks. So I hadn't changed my eating, I hadn't changed my exercise at all, and I literally lost about 30 kilos so quick, really, in 6 weeks. So that's 10 kilos every 2 weeks, roughly. And it was not about the food. So even though I mentioned that about the food earlier, about the nutrition, so I do like to eat nutritious food, and so I wasn't overly eating because I was getting enough. But this weight stayed on. But I think it was more so the letting go of the emotional stuff, of the generational stuff. There was layers and layers and layers of energetic weight that I had been holding onto, and it manifested as physical weight. And I think it's important for us to talk about this, not just the nutrition, but also the way energetic reality affects our physical reality and what we hold on to. And sometimes it's not that we hold on to it because it's good for us whatsoever. We hang on to it because we're afraid of what we don't know. What's that term? Better the devil you know. At least I know what life is like this, even if it's horrible. But that may well be, okay, I'm going to segue back. I can't even remember what I started saying. But, oh yeah, I do. How I had that journey and I just didn't know if I could keep surviving. If I could what if I can't keep going to work? What if I can't bring the money in? What if I can't do it? What if I end up all alone? That's something that really pulls my heartstrings, is that thought of anyone being alone. And when I was in this diving journey, for a moment I felt like, and I don't know where it was coming from, what it was. I felt like I was the universe, and the universe had spent a long time on its own, and the universe, its source energy, is like a child playing, like an eternal child. And I felt that eternal universal child being so lonely and wondering why, what had caused it to just be on its own. And then a spark of thought entered the universe's thought process of, what if I split myself up and then I could play with myself? What if I created others from myself, from parts of me, and then I'm not going to be lonely anymore? And I've had this thought before, so this came up yesterday, but I have before that understanding that the universe has spent, before the all of creation, eons on its own, in its ownness, in its loneliness, onliness, until the thought of creation, creating more beyond itself, came into its consciousness. And from that, the creation has never stopped. But I think the universe is oh my goodness, that's a lost thought. What is it? I think the universe is, I think part of, now this is something that came up not that long ago, where if we are all parts of the universe, we are showing different traits, different personalities of the psyche of the universe. So there are parts of us in our oneness, in our universeness, sourciness, source energy, universeness, that do need help. And as the universe has grown into itself through the splitting off and the creating of different parts of itself have become somewhat separate and have forgotten that they're part of the one energy. They think they are on their own again. And where we're at now is in a healing back to the oneness. Doesn't mean we're going to or disappear from our individual selves, or I don't know, maybe back to the one, because I think the one doesn't want to be just one. The one wants to be many. The one wants to experience itself and play with love. And I think the one is over destroying. So I think there was creation and then there was destruction within that. Like, well, oh, I didn't like that. It's like a kid, if they make something with Lego or castle, or make a sand castle on the beach, and they build it up and it's beautiful and it's done, and then what do? They jump on it and smash it all up. My kids have always done that with their castles. They've loved building it up. What's the worst thing is if they build it up and some other kid or their brother or sister comes along and smashes it down. So I feel like there's something in that creation and then destruction. But maybe now we have matured as the universe, the mass oneness, to no longer build then destroy, but to just keep adding to the creations in a wonderful, beautiful way. Okay, I'm not really sure what I said. I hope there was something in there. I do just feel I keep getting the encouragement from the oneness, from the source, from the universe, to just open my mouth and talk. And also, don't pre-plan, just allow it in the moment, whatever comes up. And I'm going to trust in that at this stage. And if it changes, I don't know, it could change. But at the moment, this is all I'm meant to do. And also just remind everybody that this is probably one of the most important things, that we do have choice in the creation, because we are the creation and the creator, that we maybe need to stop looking at the reflection when we're trying to change things, but go straight to the source, straight to the projector, and change things from the inner story, the inner dialogue, the inner imagination, the inner wants and desires. And trust, as we send that out, trust and allow it to be created, though we still actually physically create things, but the way we do it, as I am finding, is first in the thought and the intention, and then we allow the inspired action. Like for me at the moment, it's doing this, and I do have other things that I'm doing through that inspired action. And I do need to trust and not feel like I can't do it. I mean, I've made it this far. If I can make it this far, I'm sure I can keep going. And you can keep going. And I feel if you're afraid of, am I going to be able to keep doing it? And this is really important too. In those moments when we can't see beyond the moment and it feels all too much and it's overwhelming, I want to remind you, because think of all the times that you've had those moments and you go, I just can't do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't want to do it. I can't go on. That moment does pass, and you know it does because you've had those moments and then they do pass. It's just when you're in that moment, and I know we've lost people in those moments because they've forgotten that the moment will pass. Just keep going, you've got this, and you are supported and you are loved. The universe loves you infinitely. I love you. Many people love you. There's people all around the world who have a boundless love for you. Just know that even if sometimes the people around you are not showing that, there are people who are not in your life yet, or maybe some are, that if you just keep changing your inner story, your inner world, and you allow yourself to be open to those people, and you don't, the thing is too, we often armor ourselves, protect ourselves from everything, and in doing that we're protecting ourselves from everything, good and bad. Let's not do that anymore. Let's open the good door. Let's just imagine it now, just quickly before I go. There's two doors. One is the door of positivity and light and love and beauty and community and friendship and companionship and creation. And the other is the door of negativity and hate and despair and destruction. You know what? Let's put a lock on that door. Let's just lock it up so neither can you go into it nor can anything come out of it. And maybe we might even brick it over. I don't know, just for now, just as we sort ourselves out. But keep this door open, the door to love, the door to your soul tribe, your soul family who are there even if they're not in your vicinity. Okay, I feel breathless again. All right, I'm going to pop back out, but wherever you are, I hope you're having a beautiful morning, arvo evening, and I'm sending much love, and I will be back to Mars.